Okay, so I hit the next video to find the title, and how could I resist not watching this? Ways to make your World War II impression look better. Now this is at 0 seconds, and what do we see? Straight off the bat, this is ways to make your impression better. Let's hope this is the before picture. So instantly we've got a cartridge belt. So there's some airborne marking going on. This guy's 502 with a hash mark, so that's wrong. Please don't tell me that's also a cartridge belt. No, I don't think it is. So I don't hold much hope based on this picture, unless it's these are the guys I help make look better. Fingers crossed. Let's hit play. So can't see much. Oh, there's a pistol out. Wow, nothing says impression looks better when you're on a mobile phone. Oh dear, oh dear. Oh, I was hoping this would be a good video and I could go, hey look, this is fantastic, what great advice, and there would be nothing to say, and this 13-minute video would therefore be about 15 minutes. If it's going to be like this, it's going to be a 30-minute video and I'm going to bed knackered. So, oh god, it is, isn't it? It's going to be one of them. So, hash mark, no net, no scrim, disgusting coloured cheap ass, probably man the line musette bag that's almost a bum bag. Garand belt with a shotgun. Sorry, Garand belt is a cartridge belt with a shotgun. Can't tell what that is. That's just a mess, and again worn badly. No CC2. Can't see if there's a shirt. Well, I mean, he's 502, so there's a good chance this guy is 101st at least, in which case no stupid flag needed. CC2's needed. Jesus, is the music annoying enough? What do we got? We got some scrim. Reenactment. Sorry, no, reenactment. These are not reenactors, these are reenactors. So yeah, cartridge belt. What's going on? Is that Gators? I thought maybe not. He's not airborne then, because he's got a doughy.
Hey guys, it's reenactment day here with a new.
Joe, is that you? Oh, he's not. Okay, he's not 101st or 82nd. He is, what's that, 26 or something along those lines, with a severely buttoned up M41 jacket. Does that mean no shirt?
New video. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to make your impression look a bit better. So starting off, this is what you may look like. You may have the jacket all buttoned up, helmet on, leggings all tucked in nice properly, and your field gear all hooked up and connected. So to make, right now I'm going to make you, give you some tips and make you look like you've been on the field for a while. I mean, you could also make your uniform look used, but I'm not going to cover that in that video. I'm going to kind of, because I spent a lot of money on this uniform, I'm just going to let it look used naturally as I go to reenactments.
Okay, fair play, yeah. Yeah, weather it naturally, wear it. As long as you do wear the stuff, it will age, you know. Because, you know, after all, we sleep outdoors, you run around outdoors, you roll around outdoors, your webbing gets dragged over everything. It gets beaten to hell and back, so it will weather quite quickly.
So, to begin, we'll start off just with the uniform. As you see, I'm wearing my chin strap on my helmet. And this is not something GIs would do. There was a myth going around that if a shell went off close enough to you, it would catch the shockwave would come up, catch your helmet, pull it up and off, and when your helmet came off, your head would be with it. So a lot of GIs were like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not risking losing my head. So they took off the chin strap. So you don't want to wear your chin strap. What you want to do is you want to take it, loosen it up all the way, and throw that sucker around back. Just kind of like that. Hook it around back. That's what a lot of GIs did. That's how you see a lot of them in the picture. Moving on. Your leggings, if they're all nice tucked in, pull them out of the leggings a little bit. Make it look like you've been in combat or you've been walking around a lot, and they just kind of came out of the legging. As you see, kind of, can't lift my leg up high enough. But you just untuck them from the leggings, and they look a little more like you've been wearing these for a while. Next, you want to take your jacket. You don't want to button these up. You just want to unbutton it. Also unbutton your little shirt underneath. Just the first button.
Who needs to be told not to button up a shirt to the top? Who the hell buttons a shirt up to the top? Also, the jacket, why would you, unless it's blowing a bloody gale, why on earth would you, I don't know, I guess some people need to be told this shit.
It's kind of like that. Give it the more look that you want. A lot of GIs would do this as well because it was just a lot more comfortable than having this tied up around your neck. It was a little more open, and if you wanted to, you could put a scarf on and tuck it in. That would make things a lot better. Now, you may have your field gear all hooked up, but what you want to do, you want to unhook these back straps from your haversack. This makes it so the pack can be dropped easier. You just got to unhook these two front ones right there instead of reaching around back and unhooking the back. That's what something GIs would do. So if they got in combat, they could drop the pack and keep their ammo.
Yeah, okay, yeah, well that makes sense. I mean, I don't wear a cartridge belt or a doughboy, so, you know, that knowledge is wasted on me, but yeah, that makes perfect sense.
But also, before you put on the pack, there's a couple things you want to put on. First of all, your bandolier. Oop, just dropped it.
No shit.
Another thing you want to do with your bandolier is you want to fill it. As you see, I have the middle pocket right there is empty, doesn't have anything in it. Now you could put blocks of wood in it, maybe fit some fake ammunition.
Yeah, just using rounds in M-block clips. Don't put blocks of wood in it. It doesn't move right.
And if you're going to a reenactment, put some blanks in there. But it would look a lot better with stuff than without.
Obviously.
Now what you want to do is you want to put this on first. Kind of swing it over like a bandolier should go. Now this does hang down quite a bit. That's normal. Like sometimes GIs would take it and pinch the back with like a safety pin or something to make it tighter.
They came with little brass safety pins.
I'm just going to kind of leave it loose. And next, what you want to put on is your either lightweight gas mask bag or musette bag. Yes, infantrymen were issued musette bags, and they were generally issued to paratroopers, but they were issued as a replacement for the gas mask bag if you lost it. That goes on next, and let me tell you, the bag is the handiest thing on the field. You can store anything in it: ammo, food, extra socks, and then, like, just for example, let me open this up. This is what I'm holding in it: extra pair of socks, just a pair of gloves, Thompson mag. You can also store a full T-handle shovel in there if it's broken in half.
Fuck.
You store a 75mm shell casing in there.
What the fuck is all this shit?
And also, as you can hear, a whole lot of M1 clips. So the storage in these bags are unbelievable.
Yeah,
now
if you
my
want to
floor's a
carry
mess 'cause I
crap.
just dumped everything out.
Hmm.
A lot of GIs, also a tip with your bag is if you get this from at the front, or if you should get this in general, there will be this extra strap. Now, GIs wouldn't use this strap. They would cut it off, but I wouldn't cut it off. I would just take it and tuck it into the bag.
Well,
they wouldn't use
it's a reproduction. If a lot of guys cut it off, cut it off. Don't be scared to damage a reproduction just for the sake of keeping it. If it makes it more authentic by cutting off a strap you're not going to use, or never going to use, cut it off.
Strap, they just use the general purpose strap. And also a tip is to fill this with just random light stuff. If you're just showing people, fill it with just random personal items.
I thought this was to make your impression better. So why not put a gas mask in there? Actually use it for what it was for. This isn't make your impression better. This is how to build a basic impression.
Some lighter stuff that makes this that makes the bag look less empty. Now, of course, the 75mm shell casing was a joke. Carry those in their ammo bag, or yeah, gas mask.
But they carried broken T-handle shovels.
Gas bag. Finally, next you want to do is you want to put on your haversack and your ammo belt. Now, at a reenactment, what I do recommend is you purchase a pair of combat suspenders to replace your haversack, because you do not want to be carrying around this large haversack on the field for a long period of time. It gets heavy, and it's not that fun after a while.
Sorry, is this going on holiday, or is this reenacting? What's not that fun supposed to mean? I mean, is this about making an impression look better, or making everything easy and less authentic? You can't just wear what you want because it feels more comfortable. That's not how this works.
So, once you get that all on, you want to take your bandolier, kind of feed it through the belt. If I could get it, if it wasn't stuck on something.
Is he new to this hobby?
There, you just kind of drape it over, like that. So you have access to this ammunition and the ammunition in your belt.
So why the hell did you put the bandolier on first if you put a belt over the top of it and then pull it out from under the belt?
Oh. Now, what I also did is I moved my bayonet down to the side so it's easier and more accessible than having it on the back, because on the back you can get it off pretty good, but you can't really get it back on too well. So I put my bayonet right here on the side. Also, if you buy a reproduction bayonet, you might want to look into getting an original sheath for it, because the reproduction ones are made out of plastic. These are kind of made out of the same material as the helmet liner, fiberglass,
yep,
and they look a bit better. Now, other things that I heard about the bayonet is, here I got one over here, is the reproduction. See, plastic case, very noisy, rattles around a lot. One thing that I heard what GIs would do is they would take paper or something like that and shove it in there so the bayonet wouldn't rattle around.
Well, but reproductions won't do that. Originals don't do that. It's not that I've ever found. But if your reproduction one does that, you can stuff anything inside of it. Jam a load of blue tack down in it, anything, Play-Doh, just ram something inside it doesn't rattle, because that's awful. Or just buy a decent reproduction.
And I can tell they did it with this one, because it doesn't rattle around. The clicking you're hearing is it hitting the other metal bits, but the bayonet is not flopping around in there at all. And as you see, plastic, and fiberglass or something.
Awesome.
After that, you got all your stuff down, all that, and another what you want to do sometimes is you can add a extra canteen cover.
What?
And full canteen. That would usually go on the back, right here, because a lot of GIs would, if they could get their hands on one, they would get more water. But
why is this just one of those things people just say because, you know, they want to have more cool stuff? I don't know of anybody carrying extra canteens. Not regular guys. Anyway, yeah, sure, medics do, but is this just bollocks? It sounds like bollocks to me. I think this might be a unit specific thing. Maybe his unit does that. I think it's 26th Infantry. Maybe they do. I think it's personally a load of bollocks.
it's nice in the field. If you're at a reenactment, you're not going to be out there for too long. So the normal size of water, I think it's like a quart, will be enough for maybe 30 minutes you're out on the field. Because you're not going to have too much time to drink any water. But if you're thirsty, I would definitely get a drink, stay hydrated. But this would be more than enough for the reenactment. And when you get back to camp, I recommend topping the water off just to make sure you have enough. Now, getting this back in is a pain. You just kind of got to pull the flaps back down.
I agree with that. It is a pain in the ass when it's behind you.
Throw it in there. Like that. And then you just kind of hook it in. Alright. So, something you might want to do with the helmet is, if you get the helmet just kind of bare, nothing on it, put some netting on it, get it nice. And this is what they would do a lot of the time because the helmet would often get shiny when it gets wet, so they put this netting over it to stop it from getting too shiny. Now, as you see, what I did a little bit, just a little bit on the edge, scuffed it up a little bit. This would happen a lot on normal helmets because when they put it down, and the paint would get scuffed off a bit. Also, if they like go up, hide behind a tree, and their helmet hits the tree, paint could chip off, and that just gives your helmet a bit more of a look. That's the only thing that I made look worn. Okay, a couple other things you want to do is you want to dub your boots. This is a look thing. This is to make it look good, and this is to make them work. Because when you get your boots, they're going to be a light tan. They're not going to be too waterproof. And
yeah, I see this all the time. When I used to do First Division, people just buying a brand new pair of rough outs and then putting no dubbing on them. It's like having your foot inside of a sponge and then walking through a pond. It just absorbs all the water and you get soaking wet feet. And they look like a really light brown, where they should look a sort of really, really dark, almost black look when you put all the dubbing into them. It's really funny when people don't do this. They just look like complete clowns.
If you walk in a puddle, they are going to be not waterproof, and your shoes and feet are going to get wet.
Yep.
Now, if you heard that engine, the tank just went by, but I walked halfway in a swamp with these boots. These boots were completely fine. They were dirty and wet, but my feet inside were completely dry, so I'm glad I did that. Next, what you want to do is you want to do a white t-shirt.
Oh,
no.
God. Did you say white? Is it?
Glad I did that. Next, what you want to do is you want to do a white t-shirt.
No, you don't want to get a white t-shirt. Why? What is this white t-shirt shit all about? Wear a bloody vest like a normal person.
Or no, you want to do a green t-shirt, not a white t-shirt.
Well, you don't want to do any t-shirt. No t-shirt. Still a vest.
White t-shirt would be okay, it'd be fine.
No, white t-shirt is not fine. It is not okay.
But green t-shirt just makes it look a whole lot better.
Agreed. It looks a whole lot better than a white t-shirt. still wear a vest.
Now, what you might be noticing is I'm missing a tool on my backpack. You see I got a kind of a cover for a T-handle shovel, but as you saw earlier when I was emptying out my gas mask bag, my T-handle shovel broke in half. So I got an original M43 folding shovel, so I'm going to replace it with that. But you would have that on your back as well, but still get the combat suspenders. And don't bring the pack into the field because it's going to get heavy. It might not feel heavy, but it's going to get heavy.
Jesus, what is this shit about? This is like the fairy brigade he reenacts with. I mean, what the hell? You're not going shopping. You're not going to the mall. You know, these guys carry this stuff. You carry this stuff.
Well, thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed, like and subscribe. If you have any video ideas or any questions on the uniform.
Yeah, I've got some ideas. Change the title to Man Dresses Up and Talks a Lot but Says Nothing.
Put them down in the comments and I will try and get back to them, and I will see you guys later.
Yeah. Oh good, he does other videos. Right, well, I think we learned nothing. The first pictures of the paratroopers were just ludicrous. Oh, excuse me, I'm ready for bed. It's like just 2 a.m. Oh, no, it's 3 a.m. in the morning. No, it's just 3 a.m. or it's 3 in the morning. Yeah, the pictures of the paratroopers ludicrous. One on the mobile phone, cartridge belts, no CC2, hash marks, no helmet. That's it. Was just absurd. And then he's not even doing a paratrooper impression. And he really had no advice in how to actually make an impression look better. Oh well, you know, I don't know what I expected. Anyway, I'm signing off. I'm going to bed. I should be back tomorrow, or today, as it's late. Right, I'm off. I'll see you all later. Laters.